In this video, I'd like to show you how to isolate or extract the DA polygons from the city of Guelph only, which means we need only the DAs within the Guelph CSD. To do so, we need two boundary files, and I've already posted all these boundary files for the entire Canada on the course website. And the first set is dissemination areas. These are the smallest geographic units that we like to work with. And the second one is the boundary for Guelph for the census subdivision. So download these two boundary files and save it on your computer. Then open QGIS. So once you have your QGIS opened, the first step is pull out your census subdivision boundary file. That means we want to find the boundary for the city of Guelph. So I've already saved it here. What you do is select the shapefile.shp, just drag it to the project panel. And you will see that these are the census subdivision boundaries for Canada. And we don't even need to zoom in at this moment. It will take a while for the computer to redraw the boundaries every time you move. So just leave it there. And what I want to do is take a look at the attribute table. We want to find how can we identify Guelph from all these polygons. So open the attribute table. You will realize that every CSD has a code, but we don't know Guelph, the code for Guelph. But fortunately, it has CSD name. So what we can do is to search. Let me show you the table. So the CSD ID, we don't know what Guelph's ID is, but we can use the CSD name. So close this, go to select, so edit, select by value. We want to search or select by CSD name right here by choosing it to be equal to Guelph. And you can see that Guelph is one of the possibilities or options allow us to choose from. Click that and select feature. You can tell that right here it says one matching items or polygon has been selected. Once you have done that, right-click at the layer title, call export, go to export and save selected feature as, this is an SRE shapefile. I want to maintain the shapefile format. And let me call it Guelph CSD. The rest will be the projections. Nothing's changed. And say yes. So layer exported. Let me just remove the bigger layer and just keep Guelph alone. You can see there's one dot right there. Let me zoom in. So here you go. This is the city boundary of Guelph. Let me change the property to, let's say, just an outline. Apply, okay. And in fact, let me also save feature as SRE file, and I want to save it given I didn't save it in the proper directory. So let me save it in a proper directory, Guelph CSD, right there. So now it's properly saved. This is the directory I want. The file name is SRE shapefile. Let me save it properly. There you go. So this was an old one. Let me remove it. Okay, and this is the newly saved one. There you go. So now my next task is to import all the DA boundaries into QGIS so that I can extract or save only those that fall within Guelph polygon. So go to the directory where you have your DA boundary files. So if I go back to my directory, DA is right here. I can pull the shapefile right into QGIS. Let me reorder the layer. And you can tell that Guelph, it's right here. And in fact, some of the CMAs do not follow the boundary of the Guelph CSD. So we need to make a decision. Do we want to include the entire DA in this case or exclude it? In some instances, we can actually take proportions, but for this course, as a simple exercise, we will make a decision whether we want to include the whole, all, or nothing. In my case, I'll just exclude them because they are actually further away from the city center. So how do I just isolate these DAs within Guelph? What you do is go to select by location by clicking this icon with a little sign here. So select by location. Once it appears, we want to select features from the DA polygons because we want to keep them by comparing to what? By comparing to the features from Guelph CSD. And in particular, we want those polygons who are properly within Guelph CSD, not intersecting. If it's intersecting, we will include those that are partially within the city boundary. Here, I want completely within Guelph CSD run. It says I don't have index layer, but it will still perform the selection. It's just easier if it is indexed closed. You will see that, oops, these are the properly included DAs within Guelph CSD. In fact, all the DAs fall within the proper boundary. So there are no partial DAs at all. Once we have done that, hover the mouse over the DA tile name, not the Guelph name, but the DA name. Go to Export and save selected feature as, again, keep it as an SRE file. Let me call Guelph CSD, or let me call DA in CSD. CSD. Same projections. Oh, I want the boundary to be in, or the file to be in my Guelph DA in CSD. So properly save it in a directory where you want, save. So I have my directory, my file is an SRE shape file, nothing's changed, and click OK. Let me remove all the layers. Now go to where I just saved my Guelph DA and CSD, pull the shapefile in. You will see that these are all the DAs within the city. Take a look at the attribute table. It has the DA ID now readily to be matched with the census variables. And also it has a DGU ID is for some other purposes. The total land area in each DA, which is measured in square kilometer, and the provincial code, it's in Ontario, that's why it's 35.